We finally got it. The big fight, not only the UK, the world has been waiting for, has been announced. I don't know if it's been officially announced, but it's come out straight out of the mouth of Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Joshua versus Tyson Fury, 2-fight deal agreed. I don't care if you're American or a Wilder fan, but this is the biggest boxing match, boxing fight, whatever you want to call it. It's the biggest fight the world has seen since Mayweather Pacquiao. This is gonna be, it's gonna be special. It's gonna be a spectacle. Now, I put out a tweet that said rest in peace Anthony Joshua's career, because I don't see a way Joshua beats Tyson Fury, but nobody saw Ruiz beating Joshua. You know, nobody saw that school teacher beat. I think that's his main job when he beat Pacquiao. There's a lot of fights out there that are very, you're sure what's going to happen, but then something can. That's the beauty of the fight game. No matter what you think's going to happen, stuff's always going to surprise you. It's the same in mixed martial arts. Who thought Gilbert Burns was going to beat Tyron Woodley? Who thought Justin Gaethje was going to dominate Tony Ferguson? It's the same in boxing. The fight game is a game of surprise, and that is why it's one of the biggest and best sports in the world. And we've got two of the biggest stars going at it against each other. Now, both these men, of course, have things in common. 3 major things. Number 1, they're both top heavyweight. Actually, no, 4 things. They're both top heavyweight fighters. They're both heavyweight champions. They're both British, and they're both the 2 last people that Vladimir Klitschko fought. That being Tyson Fury's masterclass unanimous decision over him, and that brutal fight between Klitschko and Joshua. Now, if you're looking at the Joshua Fury fight, you're thinking, how can Joshua win? Now, no one said that Fury could knock out Wilder. He didn't knock him out. He won by TKO. Or they threw in the towel. Sorry, but nobody thought he could do that to Wilder. That he could bully him. So things could happen where Joshua could win. He's definitely got the capability, the skill set to go with it. He showed in the past, i.e. the first Ruiz fight, that he has got something in his head sometimes that can click, and he's not in the right frame of mind. But that's happened once that I can remember. That's happened once at a fight night, but it was a massive stage. And if you think to that point, the biggest fights he's had has been between Dillian White and Klitschko. This is bigger. This is the biggest. Okay, this is a creme de la creme of heavyweight boxing right now. It's gonna be crazy. It's not gonna be everyone piling on. Yeah, Joshua. Yeah, Fury. It's gonna be so split, because people who would support AJ would be supporting Fury, and people who supporting Fury might support AJ in this instant in most of their fights. As they're the 2 biggest hopes in British heavyweight boxing, full stop, but especially British heavyweight boxing. You look at the British legends we've had in the past. You know, the latest one being Lennox Lewis. And in terms of just great British boxers, Joe Calzaghe, Ricky Hatton, you know, we've had great fighters, but we've never had the best in the world. And this could be the title decider for not only all the marbles, but for the greatest boxer in the world. I believe is Tyson Fury, and I'll explain why. But like I said before, there is ways that Joshua could beat him. Number one being he needs to get the respect early of Tyson Fury. He needs to get a good shot in. He needs to he needs to get his skill set up to par. What you see with Tyson Fury, he almost looks like he has Parkinson's. And that sounds like a fucking joke, and it sounds like a diss on Tyson. It's not. His stuttering, right? It's just so hard to know whether he's gonna throw a jab, if he's gonna head movement. You know, it's so hard to think what he's going to do, and his head movement is second to none for a guy who's nearly 7 foot, a head the size of a fucking boulder. He is the personification of float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He's got magic footwork, but Joshua's going to have to catch him early, and what he's going to need to do is use that speed. He's got to try and not get caught up and try and get flustered by the stuttering. Maybe go with body shots. Maybe try and work at the body of Fury. Maybe get some of the stamina out of him. Because one thing he did to Deontay, Fury did, is he broke him by making him tired by leaning on him. AJ won't have that sort of luxury in that fight. Joshua, of course, has slimmed down quite a bit for that Ruiz second fight, which he dominated, and Tyson Fury bulked up massively for his Wilder fight. And I feel maybe their body shapes will. I think their body shapes will probably stay very similar. So you know, if I was AJ, I'm thinking, right, he's got great stamina. So what we're gonna do, what we might try to do, is work the body, hit hard shots to the body, and slow him down. Because if he wants to lean on AJ's gonna have to stop him from doing that as well. So maybe he needs to hit him with a shot and maybe side out, back away, or maybe turn. Maybe do something unorthodox. Avoid the leading of Tyson Fury. Hit the body. That will slow down his pace. That'll make him a lot more tired, and then maybe his timing will be off with his dodges, with his head movement. You know, he's just not going to have the mileage that he perhaps wants. So if you're AJ, you work the body, and then you want to catch him out with a quick shot. So when you think you're going for the body, maybe you duck low and then you hit with an uppercut, or maybe you duck low, hook. You know, there's a lot of things that AJ could do to win the fight and sort of crack the Fury code. But it's a lot harder said than done. So the thing that makes Tyson Fury amazing is not just his size and his brute strength, not just his incredible head movement and speed, not just his footwork, but also he has incredible genius IQ for boxing. He is probably, many would argue, the highest IQ in boxing ever. Alive right now. Definitely up there in consideration. He's so clever, and if he senses a pattern what Joshua's going to do, he might snuff that out early. So that's why I think there are things that Joshua could do, but it's very difficult. No one's figured out the Fury code. I mean, the only person who's made him seem anywhere near human is Deontay Wilder, and even then he made him look superhuman, because as soon as he knocked him down the second time, he was asleep, eyes open like the Undertaker, fucking rise up, and you're thinking, what the fuck? I mean, that was a massive moment. I mean, it literally looked like God had just been like, heal, and he just like, and he gets back in his groove and he goes on to dominate the rest of the fight. He's got the heart, he's got the talent, he's got everything. Tyson Fury, he's the best boxer in the world right now, in my opinion. I mean, Errol Spence Jr. and Terence. Is it Terence Crawford? Am I getting names confused? There's a few, fighters who you could say are the best in the world, but you can't overlook Tyson Fury. He's definitely the best in the heavyweight division. I mean, he's shown he's a better boxer than Wilder. He's shown it in 2 fights. He outboxed him in 2 fights. The first one, he gave Wilder too much respect, and he let him get hit with the defense. In the second fight, he was like, alright, I figured you out. It took me 1 fight to figure you out. And in that fight, I was dominating you. I mean, I'm not a boxer, okay? I've never had a fight in my life. I follow it. And the one thing I will say, and I would think would be massive, is it would be very difficult for a fighter to be winning and dismantling someone for most of the fight, and to have the IQ and the balls to then, when they go in the second fight, go with a completely different narrative. Now you may think, well, maybe he had to do that. Maybe he had to do that for that Wilder fight, because he got the draw. He can't let it go to a unanimous decision. That is true, but sometimes it's such a risk. I mean, for you to go and put pressure on Wilder, if he catches a shot on you and you're like that, the fact is he had the balls, he had the IQ, and he had the skill set to execute all of it. He's a superhuman boxer. Anthony Joshua is just, you talk about an athlete. He is an athlete. He is a hell of an athlete. He is someone who just who has the body of a god, the skill set to match, and he has great power, but if you look at the last few fights they've had, Ruiz, now in the first fight, you could sort of give the argument that you knock it off because of the whole anxiety attack that he had. Sure, and he showed in the second fight that was a fluke. The first fight was a fluke. I just shown this man who the real fucking fighter is, and he did that because the first fight he knocked Ruiz down, then he got knocked down a couple times. He never really recovered, but the second fight he just dominated in the fight with just skill set. I think that Fury will win because he's mentally stronger. I think his skill set's stronger. I think Joshua's got arguably the better power in his shots, even though Fury has incredible power, more than people would think. I'd say AJ probably has the power. He probably has a speed advantage in strikes. Maybe. Tyson Fury does hit quick though, deceptively. I just think Tyson Fury's too much for anyone. You put any heavyweight right now against him, and I would struggle to see how Fury would lose, except for 2 men. Wilder, if Wilder got anywhere near the skill set of Anthony Joshua, he'd be the scariest man in boxing ever, let alone Tyson Fury. And Usyk. I haven't seen much of Usyk in the heavyweight division, so I can't really say. So it's not really that I've seen anything that maybe says he's the one. It's not that. We haven't seen him be tested in the heavyweight division against a top competitor yet. You know, at least I haven't. I haven't followed his career that much. Last time I heard of him was when he fought Tony Bellew at cruiserweight. Now he's moved up to heavyweight. I don't know if he's had a fight since. I'll have to double check that. But it looks as an exciting prospect in the division. But yeah, like I said, it's not a foregone conclusion. I said rest in peace Anthony Joshua's career because I truly 100% believe that your winner and new multiple heavyweight champion boxer of the world, the Gypsy King Tyson Fury. But you know, I've seen crazier things happen, and you know, it's not like he's fighting some scrub. You know, it's not like he's fighting some I'm 7-0 or I'm 25-6, which is a really good record, 25-6. But you know, if you've lost 6 times, I doubt you'll beat Tyson Fury. That's how good he is. You look at the tail of the tape. I don't have their exact measurements up. I'm just thinking from mind. Fury will have a massive height advantage. I would think a big reach advantage, maybe like 2 or 3 inches. I could be wrong because I think Joshua's got some good reach. I think he'll weigh more than Joshua. I don't think he'll need to perhaps use the same strategy as he did with Deontay Wilder as he will with Tyson, with Joshua, because with Joshua you're not facing a person who's the hardest hitting heavyweight in the world. He's a very hard hitting heavyweight who has the skill set. His overall skill set is better than Deontay Wilder's. Is that more effective though? Probably not. I mean, you saw Deontay Wilder. He fought. Is it Luis Ortiz? King Kong. Is that his nickname? That could sound really racist, but I swear his nickname was King Kong. Luis Ortiz. He outboxed Deontay for 2 fights and got knocked out twice. One of them he got punched square here and got knocked out. To do that, to be able to do that to a human being, that's so difficult to do, and it's scary. But Tyson Fury didn't get hit in that second fight. He dominated him, and I don't think that. I think the reason that Deontay would probably be the biggest matchup for him is because Deontay, he's different. He's got that one hit, knock down, sleep, done, right, let's go, have some dinner. That's Deontay. Anthony Joshua is mostly skill based with a lot of power, and he just hasn't got the same skill set as Tyson Fury. I think what Joshua will have to have is a good game plan coming in. His game plan will have to be better than someone who's always got a great game plan and always is thinking ahead, like in the fight. Right, this isn't working. Let's try this. Oh, yeah, that's working. Let's adjust this. Let's put more pressure on. That's the type of fight you're fighting. So, how do I see it? What's my predictions? I see Joshua getting a unanimous decision loss over Tyson Fury in the first fight. I see Tyson Fury winning for unanimous decision, and I see Tyson Fury then actually beating him in rounds, because I think Tyson Fury is similar to Deontay Wilder, will want to prove, right, I beat you through unanimous decision, but I haven't actually beat you. This second fight, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you in rounds. But in terms of an upset, if it was a massive upset, I would see Joshua surprising him with a good shot and Tyson never recovering, and he puts on some really good pressure and he knocks him down quite a few times and the ref calls it early. And in the second fight, I think Fury would just dismantle him. Sorry. I definitely don't think Joshua would beat him twice. But you never know. If he did beat Tyson Fury, what would that be like? Tyson Fury is undefeated, but I think he's mentally strong enough to go, I'm going to be the best. I mean, I remember, and it really stuck with me when he said, Deontay Wilder, if you knock me out, I will thank you. I will thank you, Deontay Wilder, because I will know I was knocked out by the better man that night, and I wasn't good enough to beat a fighter who has one punch. I think mentally, if he got beat by Joshua, he'd be thinking, I just got beat by a fighter that's not as good as me. I'm going to come back and I'm going to beat the shit out of this guy and I'm going to fucking show everyone who the real king is. And it's the Gypsy King. Anyway, that's going to be it for my video. My first boxing video. But this is massive. 2 fight deal between Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, AJ versus the Gypsy King, the biggest heavyweight boxing match in years, and definitely the biggest British heavyweight boxing match ever. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.